Hello and welcome to another episode of XPlane 11. This is Carrot Top Gamer. This is the video I originally promised for Wednesday, but due to a delay in shipping I couldn't get my PC up and running until late evening yesterday. So I wasn't able to do any video editing, but it is now all up and running and everything seems to be working fine with the new AIO. So I decided to try and get this sorted and get it up. So you will find a quick succession of videos coming from me just to catch up on the schedule from this week. We're currently sat at Heathrow Airport at stand 511, which is on Terminal 5, and this isn't the original one I promised from the end of the last episode. This was a test flight which was getting ready for that one, but I'd happened to be recording and it became a very interesting flight and it was too good not to use the footage. So what I'll do is we'll go to the intro and then we can have a look and see what happens on this flight. Okay, so we're in the plane. We're just currently sitting at Heathrow Airport and we're going to be taking off from here and heading across to Cyprus. What I'm going to quickly do is just get the plane set up and ready. So what we're going to do, we need to get this back where it needs to go. Okay. Gotta bear with me because we've got to go straight. There's got to be a quick way to get this right back to the... There we go. So I've done the block fuel already. Got that. Both cargo doors are open. Dome light as needed is fine. Engine 1, master off. Yep. Okay, so let's get this bird fired up and ready. Do that. We want to do his side as well. Upper and lower E-cams. And what we're doing is a short flight across to Cyprus. I say short flight, it's not a short flight, but it's a medium flight, shall we say. And they're okay, so we disarmed, yeah. Okay, so we want these done. So it's a medium flight to Cyprus. This is a test flight, which we're doing to just get us prepared and ready for it. Yeah. Okay, so the testing's working. That's fine. Okay. The Toliss A319, which is what we're in at the moment, the Airbus A319, that has now been updated to the sounds work in Vulcan, just in case anybody on here has the game and is wondering. Okay. Yep. 3 indicators. Don't need the fan on because it's not done. Turn the radios on. Got one above us as well. Okay, so we're not actually online on this particular one. Mainly just because this is a test flight. Okay. On tilts 5. Okay. Normal. 0. Fine, that's fine. Fine as well. Transponder on. Run that. There, okay. Gonna do a flight stuff. I've already set up the plane weight and everything just to make it quick and easy for the takeoff, because you guys don't need to see that every single time in the menuing. Just increases the time for takeoff. We know all this is correct. I have set up a flight plan. LCLK, there we go. We are Speedbird 1948. Align the IRS. Let's get a wind request. Okay, we're at a cost index. That bit I don't know off the top of my head, so as normal, because this is a test flight, I have set up a full Simbrief briefing and speed. Speed, what's the word I'm looking for? And flight plan. So we can do a complete. So we can do a complete test on it for it. So that's all done. That's done. That's done. That's done. Okay, flight plan page. There shouldn't be any discontinuation. So, as you can see, the flight plan is a lot bigger on this one because we're doing a much bigger distance. So, yep, that's okay. Go back to that. We want no. Okay, so we're taking off from runway 9 left. We're going by det 1K, no transition. We're landing today on 22 and we're going by bone 1R. No via, no transition. There we go, so that's all set up. I know those because I've set up the flight plan, so I knew what they were going to be. We've got 5 minutes for ILS alignment, so what we're going to quickly do is a quick rundown to make sure that, although the line is dotted because the ILS hasn't actually aligned yet, it does give us a temporary idea of what the flight plan's looking like. And we can see that looks like it's going all okay. If you wonder what this blue line here is, that's if you have a misapproach, so to your holding pattern. Okay, so I'm happy with that. Put that there. Okay, happy with that. Okay. The one bit I will need the thing for, I'm done with that, is this part. Okay, so gonna move it over to the right. So we'll need the menu for this just so we can set up this part here. So we want to go to loading perfs. We're saying 57.1, 57.1. It's at 29%. Oh, no, not. Now, last time I tried this, it wouldn't let me go to this. Even though this is the fuel I've got in, it wouldn't let me put it in, saying it's out of range. Now, I don't know if that's because of this, so I might bring it down a little bit just in case. Then that. 14.5. It's telling me that is the limit of what I can go to, so I don't really know why my flight plan has set me up on this amount, unless I've got the passengers wrong. Let's see if I reduce the... I'm going to say we've got 120 passengers just to make it better. So there's some reason the flight plan hasn't picked it up correctly. I'm going to say that, and then it should let me put 14.5. There we go. So at least we'll know we've definitely got enough fuel to get to where I want to go to. Okay, so that's all that done. I'm not setting up a second flight plan, although the latest update has now got the second flight plan working. So if you did want to do that, you can now do a complete flight plan through the second flight plan. 151 for the V1. 151 for VR. 154 for V2 speed. Our flex temp is 62. And our flaps is going to be flaps 1, which is standard for takeoff. And we're saying it's down, so DN 0.1. Okay, so that's that bit all done. I think we're done with that now, so I can close that. So we will now want our APU on. Just wait for it to be ready to push. There we go. LS and LS. Oh, bloody hell. Probably won't let us do that until it's fully aligned, but it'll suddenly click in once it's aligned. Initial flight altitude was 23. Okay. Apologies, people. I seem to have a bit of a sneezing fit going on. Disconnect the external power. It's now switched across. Beacon light on. I've already set my transponder, so that's fine. We can start pushback.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go. Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
So that's the tow now sorted. I'm going to just quickly go back and let everybody know that we're now getting ready for pushback.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. We have now finished all pre-flight checks and all the luggage is now stowed away, so we'll be pushing back and starting to taxi towards the runway ready for takeoff. So if you'd like to take your seats, unfasten your seatbelts and turn off all electrical devices and then prepare for takeoff. Thank you very much.
Okay, now we've done that, let's have a little outside view, watch him come in and get us all ready for
okay, all
takeoff.
doors and hatches are closed,
for pushback.
ready to connect.
You'll see him now roll back. He'll eventually close the gate and then you'll see him lift the plane up. Main being lifted now.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Release the parking brake and we can now
Starting
get
pushback and you
the
may
pushback
start
started.
engines.
Thank you very much. So now if we go outside we should see engine 2 starting. Engine 2 is this one over here. There we go, it's now starting to rotate the engine. So it won't be shortly now until it's stable. Luckily I don't have to go in to check when it's stable because this will tick here to let me know. That means we can stay in this view to see the engine start, which I quite like this view to be fair. Once I start engine 1, you will find that it will start doing the music and doing the emergency procedures with the cabin. So I will be quiet while we're doing that because obviously I want you passengers to know what the procedures are so you know what ready. Engine 2 is stable. So start engine 1 now. And I hope you're ready for some nice music. So if you'd like to listen to the stewardess and the important announcement about the emergency procedures for this aircraft, that would be greatly appreciated. Thank you very much.
Operation complete. Set parking brake. Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
We're now going to explain the emergency procedures on this British Airways aircraft. The captain and the crew are here for your safety. It is important that you pay attention and follow instructions carefully. First, check your seatbelt is securely fastened. Insert the metal tag into the buckle and tighten by pulling on the loose end. To unfasten, simply lift up the metal flap on the buckle and pull apart. You'll find the seatbelt sign in the panel above your head. When it's on, you must fasten your seatbelt. We'll provide extension seatbelts for infants. We suggest you keep your seatbelt fastened and visible during our flight.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Take it out of the container and place it over your head. Pass the tapes around your waist and tie them securely in a double bow at your side. Inflate your life jacket when you leave the aircraft.
Okay, so the takeoff configurations all ready.
Babies and life jackets for children. In the unlikely event of the aircraft having to make an emergency
Takeoff's
landing,
normal, so okay, so we're gonna
protective brace position. We will now explain how to leave the aircraft in an emergency.
set everything. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna head across to runway 9 and I'm gonna time lapse it now as normal. And I'll see you when we get back to the. I'll see you when we get back to the runway.
There are two exits at the rear of the air's usable exit, taking nothing with you. High-heeled shoes must be taken off as they may tear the evacuation slide. Emergency lighting, including floor lamp fitted, before helping anyone else. In some areas, you release the mask.
Okay, so now we're back. I'm gonna quickly do the full takeoff procedures ready. Get up takeoff. We want the landing lights on. That can now go on to TCAS. And we want packs 1 and 2. Okay, so now we can reset. We're now going to line up onto the runway and then get ready for takeoff. So everybody, hold on to your butts.
As we prepare for takeoff, please make sure that your tray table is put away, your seat is upright, and your armrest is down. Finally, take a look at the safety card in the seat pocket. If you have any questions, please ask your crew. We hope you have a relaxed and enjoyable flight.
Thank you, cabin crew. Safe for takeoff.
09 left.
Okay, so we're now lined up with the runway, so it's time to get everything set up for takeoff. Here we go. 50% power, please. Let's do a quick reset and start. I want the chronometer started, thank you. We're at flex thrust. It's a bit cloudy today, so it's not the nicest viewing weather, I'm afraid, but we'll try and see what we can get for you. Got a bit of a crosswind pushing us across as well at the moment. Okay, we're getting up to rotate speed. Here we go, rotate. And we're in the air. You can see London just off in the distance over there. Haven't put the autopilot on yet, but we'll do that shortly. Okay, let's put the autopilot on, let him take over. I am going to put the landing gear up and put you a nice little view to see the landing gear go up. Oh, we're flying over a football stadium there.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Hannah Clark, and it's my great pleasure to be your customer service manager on board your flight today. I'd like to have my personal welcome to you all, and welcome back our executive club members and other world-famous flyers. If there's anything
Let's climb, retract.
please let one of us know.
Disarm speed brakes. Pack 1 and 2 can come back on now. Pack 2, pack 1. That can go off. That can go off. Contact ATC, and we are done there. Let's have a little look outside. There is London. You can see main London off in the distance over there, like the City of London. Football stadium just below us. A few of those dotted around London. None of the decent teams, obviously, but you know. This is a good view. I quite like this view. I set this up because it looked like it'd be quite a good view for seeing landing gears, touchdowns, and stuff like that. We got London off in the distance. Okay, I'm gonna wait. Once that hits 5, I'm gonna change this to standard. Looks like we might be going through the clouds today as well. Here we go, hitting cloud level. Okay, what we're going to do is level off at about 6,000 until we get past det waypoint. What I'm going to quickly do, that can go on to there for managed. I'm going to put this to flight plan. This, as you can see, we've got a little bit of time. Once we get past det, it will then start raising. So what I'm going to do is going to, as I normally do, time lapse it onto the main part of the flight to the next stage. Now there's not much of a view here, so I'll try and see what I can do, but I don't expect any miracles or anything in seeing if we can get a decent view. We're now passing through the clouds. Hopefully, I might wait until we get through the clouds and do it, because we might get a nice decent shot above the clouds, although we're looks like we've picked the perfect level altitude to be in the clouds and not above them, which is a bit of a pain, but it is what it is. So let's see if I can get an outside view which does it justice. No, there's not really much to see, I'm afraid. So what I'm going to do is I'll just time lapse it in the view we're in. I don't know if the outside view is going to be any better. Oh no, we've just passed through. Well, I'll put the view there for you as we time lapse it, and then if it does pop in, at least you get to see something along the way. If not, you just get to see a nice greyed out plane. So yeah, enjoy that, and I'll see you in a minute when we get to the next part of the flight.
Flight deck, we are currently climbing up to our cruising altitude and then we'll be turning off to get a fasten seatbelt sign shortly. So we'll be creeping around the aircraft. Our cabin crew will be happy to come around with the drinks, food, and anything from the airline shop. So please be patient and they'll be with you shortly, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your flight with me today. Thank you.
Okay, so we're back. I love that little shot. I had to go back into the cockpit because I just love the shot of when you see it suddenly emerging above the clouds. I don't know, it's just like a really good view for me. I enjoy it. Okay, so let's turn these landing lights off now. Seatbelt signs can come off. Take off both LS buttons. We now hit 10,000. Put the button on. Okay, so now we're done on that bit. I'm going to go back onto an external view and we can then time lapse to the next part of our flight. Okay, so I think that was a pretty successful landing considering the emergency and the fact it was like a last minute change to an alternative airport due to the issues that we had and the engine fire. Obviously not the best and cleanest landing, but you know, we do have an engine down, so I'd like to say that wasn't too bad. What I'm going to do is I'm going to park it up here because we don't it hasn't got a simulated kind of like chute system, that like blow up chute system that the planes have and slides and things like that they do for emergencies, and this airport doesn't have the equipment set up for a plane like this to necessarily onboard the passengers. So all I'm going to do is park it up in this little bit area. I'm going to shut it down and then basically say job done. Like I say, I don't know the exact procedures for emergency in a Airbus, but I'd like to think that I handled myself pretty well on that. So I'm sure if somebody's got the procedure, feel free to put a comment down below and let me know. If you have enjoyed the video, I've been Countertop Gamer and this has been XPlane 11. Please hit that like button and feel free to subscribe for any future content, and if you get the bell on, it'll notify you when I do upload new videos. And yeah, we've got GTA coming up, another XPlane, including a new series in a World War II U-boat. It's been a bit of an interesting flight today, but we managed to get the bird down safe along with all the passengers. So I'll look forward to seeing you in the next one.